Morning folks, Massey Dave, hope you're all well. Welcome to another episode of What's Going On. It's Wednesday morning. Thank you for your comments, likes and hypes and thumbs up, etc. Much appreciated. Hopefully return all the comments. So yeah, get back on that thing, get bearings put in and hopefully get some of it reassembled. Might do something on that, I don't know yet, see how the day goes, and I'll see a bit more rubbing down on that. So let's get set to it and do brake shoes and things on the old 702.
One half shaft here that somebody's welded all the studs in, so one of them had already come out. I've got those two out. We've got a new one here, and you see that doesn't really want to go in that well because it's new. That's one that I took out, which was in that one, and he just kind of doesn't really do a lot, does it? We'll get this one, give it a beat in, and hopefully with the new splines on that, it will lock in nicely. Once we've done those, we'll then get onto the hub and put the bearing in, get it heated. Got some of them done. Onto the last one. That come out very easily. Let's state the welder on that. Right, clean that up, beat the new one in. Last one, special. Right, that's cleaned up. Last one here to go in. Don't want to go very well. Big hammer. A few good plates. She's over. Now we just give this a clean up. We'll have a little bit of cloth. Go around and give it all clean up. Make sure there's no burrs or anything left on there from when we got the old bearing and collar off. And then we'll get the new stuff going on. As you can see, new bearing won't go on. So we know, stick it there, get a dose of heat into that, get it nice and hot, and then it will just flop straight onto that. That's hot. Now that should, I hope, says he. There we go, it's home, it's on there. I'll let that one cool down. We have done the other one already. So let that cool down. We can get the next collar heated up to go onto these bad boys. Need to be hotter again, not just slight colour, they need to be like bright cherry red, so they will go on that down there. So out with the gas torch now, we'll get that heated up. Let's say you've got there's a little chamfer on the inside edges just to help it assist go over the lip of that. So let's get some more heat into this, get a nice glowing red. Get a nice bit of colour into that one now. Nice and hot. Got the grips ready to pick it up. Slip on nicely. There we go. It didn't take long to cool down, so just give it a few little love taps with a hammer to make sure that one's done. There, it's down. Lovely, just like that. A messy job, but we got the bearings packed with grease, give them a good working round so we know it's all down in between those rollers. So that's both of those done. We've trimmed one gasket because it's slightly too fat in the middle of it to fit in these gaps here. So we're just going to take a little bit out of those to make that fit. Right, well, we're getting this hub brake shoe malarkey back on. We've got the half shaft in, getting the nuts on. So we can tighten that up. We've got the springs through, but we got some assistance today.
Morning.
Scott, my neighbour, ex-fireman. He got bored, so he's "I'll come and do some spanners for you." So he's there having a go on the 1200, getting the bolts undone for the lights. Having fun there?
Hey?
Having fun?
I'm loving it, mate.
Good.
Loving it.
Something different. Right, let's get back to this and tighten these up. And then we can get the last of the springs on there and the drum back on. To try. Got to put the pin in the clevis here. That broke off. That's not held on with much glue, is it? So we'll clean that up, weld it back on. Get that bit glued back together, pin in, just needs the split pin in the back. Scuff the shoes up. We can now get ready to put the hub on. Progressing over there.
Like got
Happy. Coming apart with a few stubborn bolts, but it's coming apart. Got that one all reassembled now. Now we've got to take that lot off of there to fit onto that. Then we can put it all back together on that side. So we've got the 2 springs released. We'll get the retaining clips undone, swap that over to that. Slip together quite easily. And get all the nuts back on there. So we've got the new gasket in there. Tighten it up. Let's hope they all do it okay. This side all back together. Yeah, happy days. And we can turn that, if we know, down the pedals down, lock the handbrake, foot brake off, like that. Hopefully it's adjusted up enough that you put the bar in there, it won't turn. So we have brakes at work. Let's get these wheels back on there. Scott's still busy over there, beavering away, having fun. This one's all back together, wheels are on. I think it's time to have a move around and get it out of here. What say you, Scott? We got rid of some of the stuff you've taken off, which is it's coming apart. So let's have a move around and get it out. Right, well it's out. And we actually stopped now on a slope. That's a big improvement. Change, move that one. Now we want to get that one in, check it over, because hopefully it's going to be heading back to the owner the next week or so, or that direction. So let's get her in, give it a once over, and make sure everything's tickety-boo. She lives. Let's make her move. Going forwards. So move the other one over, just so we can shoehorn this one in here. And it's off, it's going. I did tell him it might need a bit of bedding in and adjusting. But there we go. Anyway, that's in there. He's busy on that. Let's go and check the levels on this one. In there then, Scott. Oh, a bird's nest. Poor little birdie, hasn't got a home anymore. Oh, that's another bit off, well done. We check this one over, just going to leave it parked here, make sure there's no unwanted drips of oil in the morning. Everything works as it should, which is good. So yeah, a bit of wind in the tyres. Busy in here, got all the panels off the back, ready to get to attacking other bits. And yeah, panels have come off the side of the bonnet's all unbolted, ready to lift off. So yeah, chipping away quite well today. All now, the backs of these light boxes, they've been glued on or hacked off and some thin bits made to replace it. I'm not going to get out and save these because I can't get these lights anymore. So look after those. Yes, they were working and they're usable. Yeah, he's chipping away down there. What's going to happen there? Look at that. Somebody's tried. There, we're going to have to gut these completely because that's all rotted away. So we'll get the strip tape completely, make new stuff to go in there. Serious beating later. We got that one, got the guts out of it. Bonnet has gone. And he said, there's some weight to that, isn't there?
Some weight to that?
Yeah. Yeah. You see what we're looking at in here. Early one. But it's an early one. We've got the square valves on there. I say throttle linkage that somebody's put in for a foot throttle. But good job done today. Well done, Scott. Folks, it is Thursday morning.
come down and look at a tractor. And I've been trying to find it, and I've just found it, but I've seen that. Can you guess what it is? It's a 398. Didn't know they had this one. Yeah, 398 with a loader. Wheel weights. Surprised I've had to work on this one yet. Oh well, anyway, let's have a look what we've come to look at, which is a Vamlet 8000 with rear window hinge. Bit of a bugger to get to, but one of the bolts has stripped the thread a little bit in there. So now I'll assess what I need to do. I think I'll go back and perhaps get drilling a riv nut and try and put in that hole in there. But yeah, a bit sketchy. I'll bring the own ladders down. Little yellow specimen. Could do with a damn good wash. Yeah, we'll pop down and do that little job a bit later on. Obviously got this one checked over. Nothing underwater, which is good. So we'll get her out of the way and then do a bit on that one. Obviously that's gone now. I was saying the other day when I was at this apart, this all looks very much the same as 1200. So as soon as we've got that one over there, we got 1861 655 M1, 1862 966 M1. Let's go and have a look at that one. See what we got on the trumpets, because I think they're the same. 1861 655, 1862 966. So this back end is going to be the same as that 168 up there. Well, certainly the trumpets, and from what I've seen inside that one, it's going to be the same in that one because it's an early one. We're going to make a start, get the flappy bits off and see about getting those drive shafts out in order to start separating bits and pieces here and draining fluid out. Guess who's back again this morning? Come back for a bit more, haven't you, Scott?
Oh, back for some more.
Yeah. So I say,
Some more, mate.
yeah, get the last bits off the bonnet. That can be wiped out of the way, so I'll crack on down here and start getting these bits out into this bit now. Let's hope that nut and that nut are going to come undone without a fight. Then we can get in round there and get to bolts on those. Joy. Let's give it a go, see what happens. He's a bit hot. We have to have the big gas on the go. Get some heat to it, so we've got the top one to do now. And that's looking as good as the bottom one. So get the gas on, heat it up, and might move. My special spanner in there and another one wedged in the back just to hold it. So hopefully now we can get him freed up. Right, we got it off. There's an O-ring on the back of that. But I've noticed, you can see it there, there's an awful lot of shims in there. Never seen that many in there before. Perhaps one or two, but not that many. So obviously something's happened or been required to be shimmed out. Oh, made a start getting the bolts out that end. Cussing and struggling going. All the bolts are out. Now we're going to wrestle these two out. I've wedged the top one up there out the way. So we get the bottom one extracted and the top one will come down and out. Well, that's there, mate. Bottom one was stuck on the splines a little bit. That's the earlier box, so you got the coarser splines on that one. And say there's no way you'll be able to replace those seals because that thrust washer covers them without splitting all of that lot off. Put the floor panels out in the cab, which none of them are bolted down, so that's a relief. Whether there's any bolts that are sheared off in holes, I don't know yet, but casing number on there is exactly the same as the 168 over there. The top cover, that one there, that serial number under there, exactly the same as that 168. The only difference on the axles is epoxy dry brakes in this, wet brakes on that. So yeah, same gearbox casing, same back end, same axles. You're draining the oil out the back. That's looking a bit red. It's almost like it's ATF fluid for some bizarre reason. Shouldn't be. It's a pleasant change that these pins aren't seized. You might making so much noise down there.
Sorry, mate.
You're just getting the check chains off.
Yeah, noisy bugger. He's been farting like a good one, haven't you? Down here, got all the check chains removed off of this. Got the hydraulic hoses out, and to my surprise, all these bolts or pins are not seized. So we've got disconnected, ram out, and get this top part extracted out of here, out the way. I say there's a flipping great big bolt that was in the top there, which shouldn't be. There's supposed to be some little double-edged or shoulder washers that go in between that and a pin, but we got that thing. That lump's out, and we got into here. Somebody's put an extension pipe on here, either a breather or a filler port. So obviously that's a bugger to get to with everything in the way. I'd say this has been split before, because down here on this joint we have instant gasket all around there. There's bits of it over here as well. So yeah, somebody's been in the back at some point in its life. But yeah, a bit more out. We'll get rid of this cable because that's all redundant out. Works, diff lock's been out. There's new bolts in there. New brake line put in. It's all curled up. Not that the brakes work anyway. He's up there busy beating and going. Right, we've been stripping the ends of the arms out, and somebody has welded bolts into that, because those pins should come out, because the springs there should hold the pin in and the pin should float around. But we had a job getting that one out because that pin was bent and it wouldn't allow it to come up enough to drop the front out. But we got there in the end. So yeah, slowly coming apart. Those check chains, that's a little weld put on it because that's knackered. I don't know if these are going to come apart. Folks, so that's going to do for today. I'm going to shoot down and do that window on the back of that Valmet, and that'll be it for today. So as always, thanks for watching. Click the old like and subscribe, give me the thumbs up, and drop me a comment. So until the next time, which will be tomorrow, Friday, no Saturday, probably get this out, give it a steam clean off. Got trucking in the morning. So yeah, good progress on this. Catch you later.